Hi, good morning, students. Today we are discussing an interesting topic, that is the role of Arabs in the history of science. The Arabs or the Islamists play a very important role in the history of science. One was to safeguard, translate, and transfer the rich heritage of Greek and Hellenistic period to Europe. And the role was to function as a bridge between the East and the West through which the accumulated knowledge of the Indian and the Chinese was transmitted to the Europeans. That means Arab was the great knowledge translators in the world. In the year 650, the literature of Egyptian alchemy was translated into the Arabic language. This helped us to understand the Egyptian culture and the science to us easily. Hi students, we are familiar with the word of madrasas. Nowadays, madrasas means the spiritual sharing center of Muslim people. But in ancient time, in 850 madrasas, the forebears of modern university were established. There were institutions of higher education and research which issued academic degree at all the levels, bachelor's, master, and doctorate. The first university in Europe were influenced in many ways by the madrasas in Islamic Spain and the Emirate of Sicily at the time. In the history, we can see the Islamic people are the great people with a great humanity, and they contribute so much thing to the world. In the year 700, an early industrial factory complex for Islamic pottery and glass production was built in Iraq, Syria. Extensive experimentation was carried out at the complex, which was 2 kilometers in length, and a variety of innovative high purity glass were developed there. Two other similar complexes were also built, and nearly 300 new recipes for glass were produced at all three sites. In 754, the first pharmacy and the drug stores were opened in Baghdad. The first pharmacist shop were also opened in the Islamic world. I already said Islamic people are the great translators of the world knowledge. Through the translation movement, Muslims traveled to all parts of the world to find and translate knowledge from other civilizations. They translated ancient Egyptian, Hebrew, Persian, Greek, and Roman knowledge to Arabic. This way, they become transmitter of knowledge that was almost lost and forgotten. After they have finished gathering and learning all the knowledge they could find the world, they started criticizing, adding their own ideas, and producing original works of their own. In 780, Jabir ibn Hayyan, a Muslim chemist who considered by many to be the father of chemistry, introduced the experimental scientific method for chemistry as well as the laboratory apparatus such as the alembic, still and retort, and chemical process such as pure distillation, liquefaction, crystallization, and filtration. He also invented more than 20 types of laboratory apparatus, leading to the discovery of many chemical substances. He also developed recipe for stained glass and described luxury painting on glass. A great scientist or philosopher or Arab is named Muhammad bin Musa. He founded the algorithm. Arabic people give very attention to the sharing of knowledge, so they built universities. In 859, the University of Al Qarawiyyin in Fez, Morocco, was founded by the Princess Fatima Al Fihri. It is recognized by the Guinness Book of World Record as the oldest academic degree granting university in the world. In the history, we can see there are many astronomical contributors from Arabia. In 964, Abda al Rahman al Sufi wrote the Book of Fixed Stars, A star catalogue truly illustrated with the observation and description of the stars, the position, the apparent magnitude, and their color. He identified the large Magellanic Cloud, which is visible from Yemen, not from Isfahan. It was not seen by the Europeans until Magellan's voyage in the 16th century. He also made earliest record observation of the Andromeda galaxy in 964 AD, describing it as small cloud. I conclude this section. Islamic people or the Arabian people are the great scientific contributors of the world. They are the great translators of world knowledge, and they are the great people with the great humanity. I conclude this section. Thank you.